Hi, I'm Frank Salona. Join me, Coach Elmer Sheets, Derek Philo, and Bob Jeffries each week for all the action.
This weekend's telecast is from Brett Bueller Stadium as the Canton South Wildcats take on the Sandy Valley Cardinals.
For times and channels, check WHBCSports.com. It's the AllCare TV Game of the Week.
It's Kenny and JT.
Guys are going down left and right, man. Should they do away with preseason?
I think they should. I think it's worthless. But if you're an owner, it's not worthless to you because you get fans to pay regular season prices for exhibition football.
Now, we already had a preseason, right? It's called the USFL. You saw that kid that was the MVP. He's now a member of the Dallas Cowboys. Did he need 2 preseason games to prove his worth?
It's the Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of Spotlight. And this morning, going to bring you up to date on Oxford Place. So excited to be telling you more about Oxford Place right here in Canton, and we will do that in just a second. But I want to remind you that you can also watch us live on our Facebook page. All you have to do is go to WHBC on Facebook and like the page and follow us there. Or you can watch it live on our YouTube channel. All you have to do there is subscribe or search 1480 WHBC on YouTube, and you will find us there. So we're excited about that. But this morning, I am excited to welcome in again, Victor Rodriguez, president of AM Rodriguez Associates, and Shelly Hines, who is the compliance and training specialist. We're talking Oxford Place this morning. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Doing great. Victor, I want to start with you. We'll kind of bring everybody up to date since the last time we had a chance to talk. Maybe fill us in a little bit about you and your company and what you've been doing with Oxford Place.
Sure. We're primarily an affordable housing development and management company, and we've been in business since 1980. My father started the business out of Akron, Ohio, and we've done a lot of work in Pennsylvania, and we continue to work in Ohio like in Canton. This will be our 7th school rehabilitation into a senior housing facility. It's been, about 25 years that we've been doing that. They're very challenging projects. This is the 2nd high school we've done since high school on Mount Washington at South Hills High School, formerly. And this is a really interesting project because you get a lot of history wrapped into it and a lot of stories from the people who will move in and likely went to school there. So we're excited to share it with everyone.
And what has drawn you and your family to be doing these kinds of things, to go to these places and take on these challenging projects?
I think it's some kind of lunacy. But my father pushed hard for this one because it was needed. It really changes the community when you take a blight like a large old school and you put it back into use. So we've seen it really change communities in the Pittsburgh area, and we're excited to see what happens here in this neighborhood in Canton.
All right, so talk a little bit about Oxford Place. How did you, I know you didn't stumble upon it, but it's the old Lehman School, the old Lehman High School.
Yeah, I mean, the mayor had been looking for somebody to rehabilitate it because he went to school there, as everyone knows. And I think they just we got looped in with him years ago, and we took a look at it and thought it could work. Definitely takes a lot of sources to make it work, including the state historic tax credit in Ohio, which is a pretty robust program to help with these old buildings. We combine that with the federal historic tax credit and then the other housing tax credit that we use. And that's kind of how we put all the money together, including Canton put in $1.5 million of their funds. So they really helped out too. So it's a big effort from a lot of people and a lot of sources.
So when we talk about Oxford Place, if someone drove past there today, what would they see?
They would see a building not completely done yet. It's very close. We have the units are like 95% done. The site is getting concrete today, and it should be landscaped next couple weeks. And so we're thinking it'll be completely done sometime in September, so people can really get in and take tours.
Yeah, and speaking of tours, how many units are we talking about? What do they look like? What can folks expect when they do take the tour?
There's 62 units there, very high ceilings and large windows, and some historic elements like the way the doors to the units are being designed to look like old classrooms like that there. So they're trying to keep some of the period pieces, chalkboards, things that make it a school, but at the same time make it a comfortable living experience for people. It has mostly wood floors in all the units. It's the basement units are a little different, but so they're really nice units, especially for this housing program we work in. You don't typically see them like this.
Yeah, the thing that struck me is the windows, and the light that comes in, and just, I mean, it has a really good aesthetic. And when you see a chalkboard, that's just pretty darn cool.
Yeah. I'm hoping it depends on your taste,
Right.
Yeah. So we have, I don't know, like a half dozen units of those.
And these are limited to folks of a certain age, correct?
Yeah, it's 62 and older. So it's retirement housing for most people. Some people are still working, but mostly they're usually retired.
And if people are taking the tour also, I mean, are there any other things that they're going to notice that may be different from your average, apartment complex that you might walk into?
Well, the hallways are really grand too. And they have, the period lighting we've installed like it would have been back in the 20s. And then there's, the community spaces. There's numerous community spaces, including the community room, which is in the old auditorium, where the coffered ceiling is and the stage was. So it's really a pretty community room. I don't think we've ever had one. We also have some old tile there that we've uncovered to a fountain, which is being shown right now. That's really neat. And we're getting some tiles refurbished to clean that up and preserve it for the future.
Yeah, and what Victor's referring to is, if you are watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, we've got some video of the actual Oxford Place right now as things are happening. It looks fantastic. I mean, especially since the last time you and I spoke, which was really just at the beginning of the project. But how much interest have you had in the project so far?
Well, I think people are waiting to see it. So we've had some interest, but not a lot yet, because I don't think people are aware that we're almost open here. So I think once we're open in September, we'll see a spike in interest. We've seen a spike in interest online in the last month.
And if people wanted to see your other projects, they can go to the website and take a look at all the different ones that you have, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can see all the different things we do with the new construction and the other schools that we've rehabilitated to housing, and so you can get a whole feel for what we do as a company.
Yeah, South Hills High, which I think I mentioned the last time, was my dad's high school. That's where my father went to high school. So
yeah,
pretty neat to see that. I mean, all of that come to fruition. And, I mean, that's an awesome thing when it comes to communities that are high on tradition and, history and things like that. And the Canton community certainly is that.
Clearly. Yeah, that's what we've gotten from the mayor and everyone who's been involved with this project.
I'm going to bring Shelley in right now because, Shelley, you're the compliance and training specialist. So tell us a little bit about what your job entails.
Well, what I'm doing right now is income qualifying residents. So we've gone through our application process. I'm calling people in for interviews. We're going through their income and assets, because it is affordable housing. It's the LIHTC program. There are maximum income limits that they can make to qualify in the building. So there's two biggies: 62 and over strictly, and they need to income qualify. The most that a single person could make in a year's time, and this is a gross figure, is $43,120. Now, if you have a double occupancy, husband and wife, whatever you have, it's $49,280. So they just have to fall below that line to be able to qualify.
Okay.
So
and
that's what we're doing now. We're bringing people in. We're going through. We have quite a few people already qualified and ready to go. We're just trying to get that, get through this final push, and we'll have people starting to move in.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. I know people are very, very excited about it. We're going to take our first break here. And when we come back, we'll talk more about that process and what you need to do if you are interested, how you get in touch with Shelley and find out, all of the paperwork and those kinds of things. Or if you actually want to take a tour or take a peek at what's happening there at Oxford Place, we'll explain all of that as well. That's all coming up right here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
During Sleep Outfitters Labor Day sale, get any size ceiling for the twin size price, starting at $269. Plus, upgrade to an adjustable set and save an additional $200. Or save up to $1,000 on premium adjustable sets from Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. With 0 interest on approved credit, mattresses start at just $23 a month. Get free delivery and this week only up to a $300 MasterCard free with your qualifying purchase. Get your personal sleep profile today at Sleep Outfitters in Alliance, Belden Village, and Massillon.
CKP, there for me.
What do you mean?
CKP, there for me. Just what I said.
Is that a pronoun or an adverb?
What are you, the grammar police?
Whether it's a pronoun or an adverb, you can bet CKP Heating and Cooling is both there when you need them. And they're your comfort specialists.
Just like I said, CKP, there for me.
CKP Heating and Air Cooling. Find them at ckphvac.com. Respected, experienced, qualified, and proudly and locally owned and operated.
Ooh, nice use of adjectives and adverbs.
You've got to be kidding me.
Primetime Health Plan takes your healthcare personally. With Primetime Health Plan, you have access to a team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and other clinical, non-clinical staff to keep you healthy. Hi, I'm Pam Cook. Their staff monitors your health and wellness to ensure you're receiving quality care at the right time with the best providers. Primetime Health Plan has an extensive list of programs and education at no additional cost to its members. Programs include behavioral health, COPD, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, and more. With these programs, members get access to the equipment, clinical team, and resources they need to take control of their health. This system of coordinated care helps detect, manage, and treat conditions as quickly as possible. For more information, call Primetime Health Plan at 330-363-7407 today, or visit them online at www.pthp.com.
Gotta tell you, it's been quite a challenge trying to make Oxford Place a reality. People have been asking, when will Oxford Place finally open their doors? But with the labor shortages, supply issues, and COVID still hanging around, these challenges have put a dent into Oxford Place's grand opening. But don't you worry, Oxford Place will be opening soon, and believe me, it'll be worth the wait. So for those 62 and over, your new home is coming soon. For more, call 234-233-8083 or go online at cmshousing.com.
Oxford Place, more than just a place to live.
If you work remote, Staples has you covered.
Stylish office decor to turn my finished basement into a complete workspace solution.
Staples has you covered.
A desk that's all business, but not too businessy.
Staples has you covered. And now at Staples, take up to 50% off select chairs and up to 75% off select desks. Plus, with 25% off Staples furniture support, we'll assemble your new furniture and guarantee it against wear and defects. Explore solutions for your remote workspace at Staples. Ends 9/3 in-store only.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Okay, so how crazy high are these gas prices right now, right? I mean, I filled up my car the other day, and I thought for that price, I could buy a couple of pairs of Skechers and pretty much walk everywhere. Plus, unlike gas, not only is Skechers affordable, they also last a really long time. Skechers are extremely durable, and many are machine washable, and they're so comfortable. With comfort features like Skechers' famous air-cooled memory foam, Relax Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, plus so many other fits and features. Find your perfect pair of Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Many families have been devastated by the toxic water at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. My name's Amber, and I'm an attorney at Dudley DeBosier. My father was stationed there during that time and later diagnosed with Parkinson's due to that exposure. So at Dudley DeBosier, not only do we know the law and understand how to navigate this, we're in the trenches with you. We're helping my family, and we'd like to help you. Dudley DeBosier is filing claims this week. Call 800-300-8300. That's 800-300-8300.
Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. Only my Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. The result? 28 minutes more restful sleep a night. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And again, welcome back to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC. Pam Cook with you this morning, and we're talking about Oxford Place. In case you aren't aware, this is the former John H. Lehman High School that is being made into a wonderful, affordable senior apartments, offering just a mixture of different things, but something very unique, especially for our community, which I think is a pretty awesome thing. But I want to bring in with us again, Victor Rodriguez, who is president of AM Rodriguez Associates, and Shelley Hines, who is a compliance training specialist. And we've been talking about what's being offered. You're redoing the school and making it into this housing complex, which, Victor, we've admitted and talked about it being a challenge. Talk about some of the things that you're doing to Oxford Place that people are going to go, wow, okay, so this is pretty cool.
Well, it's going to use a lot of utilities. So we've installed 36 geothermal wells in the ground to help with the heating and cooling, which took a little extra time. We did that over the winter and early spring. That feeds basically cool water in the building in the summer and helps heat up the water in the winter without having to use a gas-fired boiler. We also installed conduits so we can put solar panels in, though we kind of ran out of money for that. We're hoping some programs come up where we can put solar panels on the roof to further help with the building and the energy usage. We also put in these beautiful windows, which will make the units a lot more comfortable because they won't be drafty. So I'm thinking that, that grandma is going to be a lot more comfortable in this big space. Sometimes these old buildings can be real drafty if you don't, caulk them and put in the right windows and do all the right work that we're trying to do here. So we work with a contractor to get the best we could out of what we could afford to make this a really nice place to live.
Yeah, because we're talking about 1920. This building was built in 1920. Is that how old it is?
Yeah, and it just they didn't think about energy efficiency back then.
No, 100 years, more than 100 years old. So, and obviously too, you want it to look nice. So at the same time, you've got a lot of things. How was it? I mean, through the COVID situation and the supply chain stuff, and I mean, we know it's been tough for every business, but especially your business.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of stuff got bought off the shelf quickly. I mean, weird things like, electrical wire and caulking and drywall. It was hard to get it in the quantity we needed. The project, the scope of it kept growing because we went in and found these walls aren't in good shape. We're going to have to put drywall over them. So that happened a lot. So we ended up with a lot more need than we thought, and it made it challenging to get it on time.
And I'll remind everyone listening on the radio, but obviously you can watch us live on Facebook right now and also on our YouTube channel. And folks can comment as well. And there, one person is asking on Facebook, are you going to have an open house? Will you eventually hold an open house for Oxford Place?
Yes, and we're actually doing an alumni walkthrough on October 1st at 11 o'clock. So some alumni reached out to the mayor, who reached out to me. And so we're trying to get that out to everyone who wants to do a tour then to get an idea of what the project is all about.
And if folks would have questions about, being able to be residents of Oxford Place, how do they go about finding out more information there?
So they can go to our website or they can call. I mean, on the website has a phone number too. You can call. That's the best way to get a hold of the Shelley or the manager.
Now, when we talk amenities, there's going to be a lot of different. It's not just you're not walking into a place where, okay, here's your apartment and here's a little community room and that's it, right? There's more to it than that.
Correct. So we have on-site laundry. We have a hair care facility where we have people come in and provide hair styling services for an affordable price. We have a fitness facility will have like 4 or 5 pieces of equipment in there, and we have different lounges throughout the building, for congregating and watching TV or making puzzles or whatever people want to do.
And when we're talking about units, are we talking 1 bedroom? What's the variety there?
How many 2-bedrooms do we have, Shelley?
We have 3. We have 3 2-bedrooms, and then all the remain. Well, we also have, I believe, 7 efficiencies, and then the remainder are 1-bedroom units.
Okay, so there is some variety there for folks to be able to check out and see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if there is a qualification we talked about the age and then the income, but they have to submit. Is there paperwork, Shelley, that they have to go through for all of that?
Well, they'll come in and speak with us. We just hired a great property manager, so we'll come in. They'll sit with us, and we'll go through their. Most of them are receiving Social Security. So at this age, most people do receive Social Security, pensions. Some people, if you're lucky, but that's kind of gone by the wayside. IRA, any type of income that they have, will send out applications. Basically, they're just signing our verification saying it's okay for us to reach out and get that information. We'll send that out. It usually takes a couple weeks to come back. And once we get a snapshot of that day, we'll be able to determine, yes, they do qualify. We also look at rental history. We do pull credit and criminal report. So, there are some criteria that they need to check off, but the real biggie, I would say, is the income. They need to be below that certain amount to be able to qualify.
Okay, and what's the phone number for folks now if they want to write that down, or the website?
A phone number. A great phone number is that what you asked for? I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah. Phone number and website, maybe.
Okay. Phone number is 234-233-8083. And that number will ring directly to me. If I don't answer, please leave a message, because I do have quite a few missed calls without messages. Leave a message. We will return your call immediately. And answer any questions that you have. You can also go to www.C as in Charlie, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, housing.com. And I believe right now, the way our homepage is set up, Oxford Place pops up right at the front page there. So you shouldn't have to do much digging to look, to search it out. But there's also some great information on the website about the property, about the amenities and pictures, what have you.
Great. That's great. All right. We're going to take our break for the news. And then we come back. We will continue talking about all of the wonderful things that are happening at the old Lehman High School, which is now Oxford Place. And we will do that right here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Gotta tell you, it's been quite a challenge trying to make Oxford Place a reality. People have been asking, when will Oxford Place finally open their doors? But with the labor shortages, supply issues, and COVID still hanging around, these challenges have put a dent into Oxford Place's grand opening. But don't you worry, Oxford Place will be opening soon, and believe me, it'll be worth the wait. So for those 62 and over, your new home is coming soon. For more, call 234-233-8083 or go online at cmshousing.com.
Oxford Place, more than just a place to live.
Don't miss the cashew frenzy going on now at Ben Wollenberg's Chocolate and Nuts. Only $9.95 a pound. Corner of 25th and Fulton in Canton. And don't miss it. It's going to be nuts. Get it?
Financial advisor, investment advisor, stockbroker, CPA. How do you find the right person to help you plan for retirement? Tune in to Expedition Retirement with Greg Ayler. Saturdays at noon here on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Medicine Center pharmacies have been serving our local community for over 40 years. Our customers know they can count on our pharmacy staff, save money, and trust us. Stop by any of our Medicine Center pharmacy locations in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia, or visit us online at medshoprx.com.
Purchase a high-efficiency twin-tank water softener system from Verndale Water Experts and get $250 off the price. A free reverse osmosis drinking water system and no interest financing for up to 24 months.
Verndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, in honor of the lives lost to overdose and to recognize and raise awareness for Ohio Overdose Awareness Day today, Governor Mike DeWine ordering that the flags of the U.S. and the state of Ohio be flown at half staff on all public buildings and grounds throughout the state until sunset today. Ohio Overdose Awareness Day is set aside each year to remember those lost to overdose and to encourage action to prevent those deaths. Former Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev has died at the age of 91. Gorbachev was instrumental in taking down the Berlin Wall in 1987, of course, after some prompting from President Reagan.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Gorbachev also helped end the Cold War. A 93-year-old resident of a California nursing home is dead in what police are calling possible dish soap poisoning. The woman died Sunday night, where two other residents fell ill with identical symptoms. They're currently being treated at a local hospital. Officials at the facility are not disputing investigators' claims, but say the poisonings were an accident. They believe that they were serving the patient's juice. In sports, the Cleveland Guardians, a combined one-hitter, they get the win over Baltimore last night, 5-1. Those two teams play again tonight, right here on 1480 WHBC. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. We'll have mostly sunny, pleasant weather continuing this afternoon with a high of 81. Then clear skies tonight. Good weather for sleeping with a low of 61. Thursday will be mostly sunny and pleasant. High tomorrow 81. Then a warm day on Friday with sunshine and patchy clouds and a high of 85. Looking to the weekend, mostly sunny Saturday and thunderstorms on Sunday. I'm Holly Holdren for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC. Pam Cook with you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And of course, listening to us on the radio, certainly appreciate that. You can also go to our Facebook page and like it. And you can watch us live there if you want to right now. And also on our YouTube channel, just search 1480 WHBC. If you missed the first part of our interview about Oxford Place, you can go back to Facebook or to our YouTube channel and check it out there. We would love for you to do that. We've been talking with Victor Rodriguez, who is president of AM Rodriguez Associates, and Shelley Hines, compliance and training specialist. Oxford Place is 1120 15th Street Northwest in Canton. In case you don't realize, the old Lehman High School was a middle school for a while as well. But the building is transforming into a wonderful, wonderful place for folks. And Shelley, we wanted to talk a little bit about, some of the offerings that folks are going to find if they do indeed decide to sign up and they qualify and all of that works out for them.
Absolutely. Victor mentioned earlier some of the amenities we have, and there were pictures. There were the laundry. If you're watching online, you saw the laundry room. It's gorgeous, state-of-the-art equipment. Same with the fitness area. We have a community room, which was the old auditorium. So it's amazing. It's just gorgeous. The kitchen area, the old stage, is now the kitchen area. So when I say community room, I don't mean for the community of Canton. What I mean is the community within the building. So that is their space to move around. There's seating, there's large TV in there. There's all kinds of, we'll have books, we'll have, all kinds of things to keep them occupied and do whatever they want to do within that space. We also are a pet-friendly building, so we will have a designated pet relief station outside of the building. I've had a couple questions before about the apartment appliances. All of the apartments come fully furnished with full-sized appliances in the kitchen, so we don't have apartment-sized appliances. We'll have a little bit of outdoor seating. We also will have a raised garden for those seniors that still like to get out and get their hands dirty. So we'll probably have little sections that they can call their own and plant whatever they'd like. And we'll also have in the building a service coordinator that will be very important to the building. They'll be able to help with all kinds of, services that a senior might look for, being able to find transportation, getting the number for Uber, getting the number for I believe it's SARTA in Canton.
Right.
Setting up, helping with a computer, just anything that somebody might need help with. So that'll be a great resource for the seniors. And I also want to mention, in the pictures we showed the huge windows that are amazing. Every single apartment, even in the lower level, has so much light. Yeah. And I also want to let everybody know that every single window does have a window covering. So you're not going to have to worry about climbing up and putting some sort of curtain up. So there are blinds, and those blinds go from the top to the bottom of the windows. So it's just such a pretty building, and I really cannot wait for people to get in there and take a look for themselves. I'm so excited about it. We just need to get to that finish line, but it's going to be a great place. And the other thing you can see if you're watching online, you can see the levered handles. That makes it a lot easier for a senior. The raised commodes, another benefit for a senior. Also, we'll have grab bars in the showers and in the tubs, and also around the toilet area.
Yeah, I think one of the things that strikes me as I see, all of the video and take a look at all of the different spaces, the light is one of them, but there's nothing better than brand new, in my opinion. I mean, you get to a place and this is a gorgeous facility that no one has lived in before. So, you're getting first crack at it.
Exactly. I've had old students. I've had a couple teachers. I've had recess monitors. I've had people come to me that, it's so funny to talk to them. And I say, did you ever think there would be a day that as you were out on recess, I'm going to live in that building someday?
Yeah. You'd say, no way. I don't want to live at school.
I know. Who would have thought? But it's so exciting, and it's such a great opportunity.
And this is also a smoke-free facility. We probably should mention that.
Absolutely, smoke-free.
And when it comes to moving in and becoming part of this community, this is there's going to be a lot of different things, as you mentioned, that'll be provided. Health and wellness, and like you said, transportation and things like that. So people need to be aware of that also.
Right. Absolutely. A lot of times we partner with a podiatrist. We'll have somebody come in and we'll reach out. We'll start learning more about Canton as we get more residents and we open, because we might not be, familiar with what Canton has to offer as much as all of the people that are applying and in the neighborhood. So we'll be able to start bringing people in, like, hey, I have this doctor that's great and they're willing to do blood pressure checks. So we'll be able to start scheduling that. I can't say enough about how this community has really opened their arms and accepted us.
And we do have a good question from Facebook. What about security and parking?
Okay.
That's an important thing too.
So our building we have key fobs. So everybody that lives in the building has a key fob to get in. The doors are not open to the public. You have to have a key fob to get in. Also, let's say, grandma has a grandchild coming to visit. So instead of her having to walk downstairs and let them in, we'll have a phone at the front in the vestibule. They'll be able to call her apartment and say, Grandma, I'm here. And she'll be able to push a number. Usually it's 6 on most of our other buildings, push a button and she'll be able to let them in right from there. And they can just go right up to her apartment.
That's very simple and makes it easy and makes it nice and safe.
And we do have cameras. We have cameras throughout the property. So we can constantly monitor, what's going on, make sure everything's safe. And Victor can probably speak a little bit better about this, but I know we're fully wired as far as, I think, the fire and safety EMS. I think they would know if there was an issue way before we would even know.
Yeah, we have a full system that goes back to the office, including an ability to see what doors are left open, because sometimes seniors prop open doors when they go to walk their dog, and they're all alarm doors, so that won't be easy for them to do because it's going to be loud and we're going to know about it.
And Victor, I would imagine that, as you've gone through the process with all of your other locations, you've learned things and, seen things that people request more. Are there things that are going to go into this building that you thought, yeah, this is something new, something different, maybe that you haven't had at your other buildings?
We do add stuff for every building. It's a small thing, but we have a lot of people come to help seniors from different agencies, and getting them in and out of the building has been a challenge. And we got a special system at the front door we're putting in so they can get in and go see the resident that they're going to help and make it easier access for them.
Oh, that's good too, because there are a lot of agencies like that in Canton. Yeah, Meals on Wheels, things like that. Is that maybe what you're referring to?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I mean, and I know that when people start to get inside and see the location, they'll probably have a lot more questions. We'll take our final break right now, and when we come back, we'll recap all of the things we've been discussing, but also, Shelley, we'll have you go over the process of, applying and how people can do that and where they can do that. And we would love for folks to be able to have that chance because we know it's getting closer. We know people are getting very, very excited about it. And again, Oxford Place is 15th Street Northwest in Canton. And we'll talk more about that right here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Radio is just one of those things we all grew up with, and we go to it to get informed on weather and other events.
Powered by 1480 WHBC.
Kept me informed for all of the local stuff. If I needed to know what was going on, so it let me know what was going on in the local community.
The weather may not cause a school delay or cancellation, but during these uncertain times, things can change in an instant. The WHBC Alert Center at WHBC.com.
It's coming to Canton, Ohio this Labor Day weekend. It's the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Get your tickets now to see Ohio's HBCU, the Central State University Marauders, taking on the Winston-Salem State University Rams. Tickets start at just $30. To see all the weekend activities and to get your seats, visit ProFootballHof.com or go online to visitcanton.com. The Labor Day weekend party is in Canton. The fun, the family, the bands, the action, all in Canton. Don't miss it.
SARTA has 2 new ways to pay. With the Tap to Pay cards, reload and use the SARTA scorecard over and over. It's secure, convenient, orderly, reloadable, and economical. Perfect for frequent riders. Or choose the temporary, limited use SARTA touchdown card. It's better for occasional riders. They're the 2 most modern ways to tap your way to everywhere. And they're both from SARTA.
Tune in each Saturday at 8:35 a.m. for the Money Matters radio show. Hosts Bob Foudy and David Ryan help you make your money matter. Learn how today's economy, debt levels, and policies affect your hard-earned money. You worked hard to earn that money, and now it's time to watch it grow. Tune into the Money Matters radio show every Saturday morning at 8:35 a.m. to learn how to make your money matter. To speak to Bob Foudy or Dave Ryan about your money matters, call New Horizon Financial Group in Canton at 330-499-1915.
Do you owe the IRS $8,000 or more? Are you a few years behind in filing? Are you going through an audit and have no idea what to do? You need an ally fast because the IRS is ramping up its collection tactics again. Ally's tax relief negotiators can protect you from all IRS collections, but you have to call them today. Their team of enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs are your allies to fixing all of your tax problems. Here's Thomas, a thankful client of Ally's Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS $46,000 and my wages were about to get garnished. I knew I needed an ally, so I called Ally's Tax Relief. They stopped the IRS from taking money out of my paycheck and fixed everything. I walked away paying the IRS next to nothing. Thank you, Ally's Tax Relief.
Take the first steps to getting the IRS off your back. Call Ally's Tax Relief for a free consultation. 800-957-0325. That's 800-957-0325. 800-957-0325.
Attention. Per the current government mandate, U.S.-based insurers are now required to cover at-home COVID testing kits with no out-of-pocket fees to you. If you have a current insurance plan, you are eligible to receive up to 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to you each month absolutely free, as long as the government mandate is in effect. Just visit testkitforfree.com to register now from the comfort of your own home. That's testkitforfree.com to receive your tests shipped to you at no cost. Go to testkitforfree.com today. Paid for by T. Rowe.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Ad paid for by USA Veteran Law Group. Attention Marines, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune for more than 30 days between 1953 and 1988, you were exposed to drinking water contaminated with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals, causing those exposed to develop devastating health conditions. You may qualify for significant compensation if you have been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, bladder, kidney, or liver cancer, or other serious health conditions. Get justice. Call 844-982-0001 or visit usaveteranlawgroup.com.
Gotta tell you, you, it's been quite a challenge trying to make Oxford Place a reality. People have been asking, when will Oxford Place finally open their doors? But with the labor shortages, supply issues, and COVID still hanging around, these challenges have put a dent into Oxford Place's grand opening. But don't you worry, Oxford Place will be opening soon, and believe me, it'll be worth the wait. So for those 62 and over, your new home is coming soon. For more, call 234-233-8083 or go online at cmshousing.com.
Oxford Place, more than just a place to live.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And again, welcome back to Spotlight on this Wednesday morning. Pam Cook with you this morning. And we've been talking about Oxford Place. And so many people go past Oxford Place. The location is 1120 15th Street Northwest, but you may remember it as the old Lehman High School. And so many things are changing and it's looking wonderful. And we've been talking this morning with Victor Rodriguez, president of AM Rodriguez Associates, and Shelley Hines, who is a compliance and training specialist. And Victor, you've done these projects before, and I would imagine that it's important in many ways to keep with, whatever the era is of the building, to keep in tune with that. You're not going to, throw in these brand new modern things that don't really go well, right? You've got to kind of keep it looking the way you want it to.
Yeah, it's being funded through a historic tax credit program, so that also drives that issue where we have to maintain the character of that style. It's a Jacobean style building. And so we have to, the windows and the doors and a lot of things within, we say the wood trim and things like that. So that way it stays as what it is. And then anything new, we try to make it look different because you don't want to mimic the old, but you also don't want to compete with it with something really ultra modern.
Yeah. And I think the aesthetic is great. I mean, when you look at the photos of the hallways, they're wide and open and well lit, everything. I mean, I love the way it looks. I think it looks fantastic. We are still have some questions from some folks who are watching on Facebook. They want to know, are there elevators? That's a good question.
Yes, there is an elevator.
Because we're looking at what, 2 floors?
It's actually 4 floors.
4 floors. Okay.
Yeah.
4 floors. So obviously the elevator goes to all 4 floors.
Yeah.
They won't have to use steps if they don't want to. There's an elevator. If they want to use steps for exercise and they like using steps, go for it. But we do have an elevator that it's accessible to all floors.
So if people are interested in applying or getting more information, what's the process for them, Shelley?
So, I think if they have access to computer, I would say get online at www.cmshousing.com, because on our website, not only can they download an application if they're capable, they can also answer a few questions to even see, like a pre-qualification, but that comes directly to me and I can reach out from there. I can fax them an application, I can mail, I can scan, whatever it is. If they want to come see me and get an application, we can certainly do that. So just to get those applications in hand, for the people that want them, we have a lot of different opportunities to do that. So I would say fill out your application as soon as you can. The apartments will, especially once we open the doors, will fill up quickly. And it's first come, first serve. There's no holding an apartment with a deposit. It is first come, first serve. Also, speaking about deposit, I want to mention that we are offering right now a $99 security deposit. And we're doing that as a way to say, hey, we're all in this together, and we realize that everybody's been anticipating this, and some of the people have been waiting a lot longer than others, people that have been on our waiting list. And it's just a way, to try to give back a little bit.
And we're talking 62 units, correct?
62 units. And they all range in different price scales. A lot of people ask me, is a sliding scale? What will my rent be? Is it based on my income? Rent is not based on income. You just need to income qualify. So
Okay.
we do not set the rents. The rents are set for us through LIHTC program. And we have, we definitely, they can call me for any of that information. It's it's kind of long-winded and
Right. I know that one person is asking also, are utilities and cable included, or is that separate?
all utilities are included. So the only bills that they'll be responsible for is their telephone. And I'd like to mention with our front door system, they don't need to have a landline. They can use their cell phone. So they don't have to go out and buy a landline, service for the telephone. So telephone, most people have cell phones. That's completely fine. And cable/internet. Those are the two items that they would get on their own. Everything else, water, electric, everything. Their trash, there is no charge for that. It's all in the price of the rent.
That's great. That's great. And I know people, that's a big thing for a lot of folks. And
right.
Again, if they are interested, they can call you, or they can go to the website, because I'm on the website right now. And again, 234-233-8083 is the number. It's 15th Street Northwest, in case you want to drive by. And it says apply now right there on the website. And it's cmshousing.com, cmshousing.com. It's very, very easy to get to. And for all those folks who, have enjoyed the Lehman High School experience and maybe say, hey, this could be a cool place for me to live, Right.
And I'd like to mention that when I do contact somebody for when they turn their application in, I'm ready to call them in for an interview. Right now, because we don't have the building completed, we're not bringing people into the building yet. So what we've done is we've secured an office in downtown Canton, right beside the Centennial Park. So it's easy for the residents of Canton to come down to the office. We'll do all the paperwork there. Eventually, soon, next month, we'll be moving into the office, and then they'll just come straight to the office. It'll be kind of like an one and done. We'll be able to have them come in, walk through, look at the available apartments at that time, and we can get all of our paperwork done straight from there.
And no pressure, Victor, because everybody understands, the challenges and all things good are worth waiting for. So, but do we have any idea of when there might be an open house, or when people might be able to be saying, I'm going to move in, yay?
Well, definitely in September. So we're right up against getting occupancy. They have the inspector coming out on Thursday, so tomorrow. But
September 1st already.
Yeah, September 1st. So and we think that we'll be ready to go in a couple of weeks. It'll definitely be cleaned up and ready to go, so people can come in via the front entrance and the elevator and walk around and see units.
And get all their questions answered and find out more. So that's good to know. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on today. This was great to be able to update folks. I know there are a lot of people out there who have questions and are interested, and it's always nice to be able to offer them a little bit of information. And they can check out this video on our Facebook page, and also, of course, on our YouTube channel. And again, appreciate both of you coming on today for our spotlight this morning.
Thank you
for having us. Yep.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live near